Hello, friends, welcome again. As the great scientist Mr. Albert Einstein said, the significant problem we face today cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. Now, applying this to our problems discussed in the previous videos about software development process, those also cannot be solved without a fundamental change in the way we approach these problems. Mean, a complete paradigm shift is needed. But what do we mean by paradigm shift? Let's find out in this video. So, what is paradigm shift? It is a major change in the concepts and practices of how something works or is accomplished. For an example, initially it was considered that Earth is the center of the universe. When science proved that Sun is the center of the universe, the whole paradigm got shifted. Let's take up a new generation example. Internet has completely shifted the paradigm of how business activities are accomplished. Emails and scanners have almost replaced the fax machines and courier services. In most of the cases, paradigm shift happens with a enlightenment of new knowledge. So in case of programming also, it happened with the invention of object-oriented programming. But is the object-oriented programming only invention in this field? No. There are many programming paradigms available. Following are the main 5 programming paradigms. First one, imperative programming. Second, procedure oriented programming. Third, object oriented programming. Fourth, functional programming. And fifth, logic or rule oriented programming. Again, we need not to get into the details of all of these, as that is not the purpose of this course. We will only try to understand how to choose a correct one based on our current problem statement. Now, each of these styles are based on their own conceptual framework. Each requires a different mindset and a different way of thinking. For example, in a procedure-oriented programming, we pick up the big problem, divide it into number of small functionalities and execute them in a particular sequence to achieve the end results. It is called as top-down approach. Whereas in object-oriented programming, we start looking for small entities in the problem domain first, along with their attributes and behaviors. Then we look at the relationship among them, and finally they interact with each other to achieve the end results. It is called as bottom-up approach. Understand that there is a fundamental difference in how we approach problem solving in both the paradigms. If you know C programming, you can better relate to this. If not, don't worry. We will be talking about this in greater detail in the upcoming videos. And more importantly, there is no single style that is best suited for all kind of applications. For example, procedure-oriented programming is best suited for hardware interacting codes, whereas the object-oriented programming is best suited for industry strength softwares. But object-oriented programming suits for the broadest set of applications. And that's why we kept saying that object-oriented programming is the place where almost every programmer's journey is supposed to start. Now, this is just a disclaimer. Programming languages are often the hybrids of several programming paradigms. Means most of the programming languages use various concepts from various programming paradigms, but they are heavily influenced by one. Like when we say C is a procedure oriented programming language and Java is a object oriented programming language. That means they are heavily influenced by those particular programming paradigms. But that does not mean they do not use the concepts from other paradigms. Currently, procedure oriented and object oriented are the two concerns us the most. It's fine if you do not understand much about the rest of the three, but still, if you are keen to know more about these, please do your own research, or I'll explain these in some separate video later on. Also note that these 5 are not the only programming paradigms available. There are many others. So in conclusion to this video, we can say that variety of programming paradigms are available. Choose the correct one based on the problem statement. Each of these paradigms are based on their own conceptual framework and have their own set of rules and concepts. Languages are often hybrid of various programming paradigms. As object-oriented suits the most type of applications, we will be talking about object-oriented programming in greater details here onwards. And in the next video, we will start understanding the concepts and mindset of object-oriented programming. Thank you so much for spending some of your valuable time on my video. I hope it was worth, helpful, and knowledgeable for you. If you have liked the video, please press the like button, do share it with your friends, and for more such videos, do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you.